was, and I was in between careers, so I thought, well, I'll just start a winery. So I took my inheritance and started a winery. There was nothing there. No vineyard, no nothing. Just started a winery.
Wow.
I didn't even drink good wine at the time.
So this is White Rock Vineyards. This wine is very distinctive because it tastes like the rocks that the grapes are growing in, which means that it exhibits the terroir of the wine. These rocks down here are where the grapes are growing. So this is a gray volcanic ash, and these are the white rocks. It's been called White Rock Vineyards since 1870.
Why we launched the festival is basically because we wanted to make sure that the Hong Kong market got all the great wines that I grew up enjoying when I was in the United States. So the basis of the company and the basis of this festival is to bring all these small producers who really care about the craft and put together such great wines and just bring them to the Hong Kong audience and allow them the opportunity to learn from the winemakers, learn from the people who are making the wines, and enjoy them.
What boutique means is, small wineries. I should say they're family-owned and operated artisanal wineries. So for them, it's like a form of art. It's a craftsmanship that they're more interested in. So all of our wineries, that's our focus and that's our drive to find, different wineries throughout, California and Oregon and Washington.
And when you think about boutique, you think about, boutique clothing versus boutique wines. It's really along the same vein. I mean, you have the real spirit of the artist behind what they're doing, as opposed to just making wines for the masses, making a product for the masses. So we like that focus. We think there's more of a personality in it. And when you pair it with great food, you really see it shine. The biggest challenge that we faced getting this festival together was first convincing the vineyards and the chefs to come out in our first year during a very difficult market in the U.S. So understanding just the economic climate of everything and where everybody was back in the U.S., getting these people to commit this much time and this much money to come out and really share with the Hong Kong population their love of wine and food was the first challenge. I definitely pass it to Karen to talk about just the logistics in Hong Kong and putting together a festival of this size.
Well, as you know, this is our first year in Hong Kong and our first time to throw an event on such a large scale. So in terms of bringing out the wines, just even down to the little nitty-gritty things such as the glasses, cards, place cards, everything. It was a good experience, I would say. With the festival, it was something that Ray and I really wanted to do from the very beginning, and it was the best way to introduce U.S. wines, because you can introduce it to a big group of people at that time with the wineries there.
Right. And along the same vein of education and just making sure that everybody met the personalities behind the wine, it's really hard to sell these wines without introducing the people behind them, the passion behind them, and the real spirit of boutique winemaking. So with the artisanal process, you realize that, until you meet the artist, you can look at the work, but it may not quite speak to you. As soon as you have that artist in the room, in a painting, sculpture, anything, now all of a sudden it takes on life. You understand what was really behind it. And we wanted to make sure that when we brought in these wines, to represent the people correctly that are behind them and to respect the market that we're bringing them into, we needed to make sure that there was a forum with which to introduce the winemakers that are behind the wines that you're drinking and enjoying.